Hello. Hopefully everybody can find me here. I had to create a new live stream and I'm sorry I'm late. I've been going through this other live stream software and it really messed me up. It was called StreamYard. So I go to set up my live on YouTube and I can't connect it to StreamYard. And then I go to StreamYard and I don't see my YouTube live stream that I set up. So I put all that effort into setting up that first live stream and then I couldn't even use it or get to it. So I figured instead of being completely late, I would just start a new live stream. So hopefully you'll get a notification and find me. And let's start here. I got chat replay on for anybody that's missed it. And okay, let's do this. It's almost Thanksgiving. Wow. So I'm excited about Thanksgiving. I'm going to be having a pretty small get together. I'm making a pretty big turkey and just the typical stuff I'm going to do. Got a request to make the green bean casserole with the French's fried onions. And so I'm going to make that. And I got a whole bunch of potatoes because I'm a big potato lover. So I'm going to make a bunch of different types of potatoes, maybe mashed potatoes and scalloped potatoes. What else? Pie, of course. Gonna have some apple pie and some pumpkin pie. And yeah, so that's Martinelli's apple cider. Just kind of do it in a traditional way every year. And I really enjoy that. And I enjoy cooking. So I'm going to ask you guys once I get some more people on the stream here and find out what you're doing on Thanksgiving and if you're cooking or if you're going to do traditional food or not. So I'm curious to know. And of course, we're going to talk about music because I've got some records here. And the goal is today, these are just rando records that spell out Thanksgiving. And so I'm going to kind of get this in order here for you. And hope everyone's having a good morning so far. What's everybody up to? All right, I found a tea, but I'm going to wait a little bit longer, I think. So we get a few more people joining. Got some coffee. It is 9:07 here on the West Coast. And I've been up for quite a while. I'm kind of an early bird, so it's more like 11 o'clock to me now. But yeah, hopefully you are all finding this stream because I had to reschedule it. And I will post it in the live stream section if you missed it. So, all right, let's get started here. Tones on Tails, my first one, my first tea for thanks. And I'm thankful for this album. This is a Baker's Banquet album here. And it's got on this side Lions and on this side Go. And that's such a great dance song. Go, I love it. And what's extra special, I'm pretty sure I've showed this to you guys if you watch my videos regularly, but what's extra special about this is the beautiful red vinyl. Woohoo! And this is the perfect album, this Go Club mix to play for dancing. And I really like Tones on Tail and their brother and sister bands, which would be Love and Rockets and Bauhaus. And so that's my first one, tea. And I did bring my glasses today. And so this is going to be a Baker's Banquet release. It's on red vinyl. And it's got, let's see, a date of 1984. And this is a 45 speed. So there I got my tea going on. And now I am going to find an H. All right. I might have more H's than I thought here, but we'll see. We might have to go and backtrack later. So here's an H here. This is Heart. And this album is called Bad Animals. And it is an EMI Capital release from 1987. And I really like Heart. There's the back of it. And what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for the song Alone on here. I really love that song. And it's got, who will you run to? Alone. There's the girl. I want you so bad. Wait for an answer. Bad animals. You ain't so tough. Strangers of the heart. Easy target and RSVP. So what do you think about Heart? And if you like Heart and you like this album, what are your favorite songs on this album here? All right. So we had our T, Tones on Tail. We had our H, Heart. And since I'm challenged in the morning, even though I've been up for hours, I might need to write this down just so I can keep track. So I'm gonna get myself a pen here and keep track of what's going on. So we got the T, we got the H, and now we need an A. And so now we're going to check into the A's here. And we'll see what I put in here. And these don't really have any specific special meaning to me. I just went through and grabbed whatever I thought might be fun to share. And if you're into 80s New Wave, as you know I am, you might like this one. This is Altered Images, Pinky Blue. And I really, really like this album. I used to have it on cassette tape. And when I was a teenager, it wasn't popular then because this is from the early 80s. But when I was a teen, I loved this on cassette. And I remember a specific memory of going on a train from the Central Coast to Los Angeles to see my great-grandpa in LA, and listening to this on the train ride there, and just feeling, because it was my first train ride by myself alone, just kind of feeling very cool and like an adult, and just liking the whole like new wave aesthetic, and just wanting to kind of be like that type of person that listens to a cassette of new wave music and does cool things that older kids do. So anyway, this woman that sings on here, her name is Claire. I will have to look and see what her last name is because I don't know what it is by off heart. But this is produced by Martin Rushnet, or Rushnet, Rushent. And this has there was kind of a hit song on here called "See Those Eyes," which was a really great song. And I Could Be Happy was also a hit on here, but there's a great song on here called Funny Funny Me. I think pretty much Pinky Blue is a good song. There's a lot of really great catchy songs on here, and it's very fun, quirky, new wave. And the singer, she's got a really kind of a high-pitched, kind of childlike voice. And yeah, I just really enjoy this band. I think her name is Claire Grogan, Grogan. And so yes, this is a portrait record. There you go. And really like this band. A promo copy. I sure have a lot of promo copies. Okay, so I'm going to put these in order because I'm going to recap them later. So we got a T, we got an H, and we got an A. So let's see. Hi, Stephen. How are you? I Could Be Happy is a really great song. I do agree. I do agree. Hello, Andreas. Nice to see you or hear from you. I wish I could see you guys. That would be cool if we could do that. I'm glad you found the live stream. I was explaining earlier that I went through StreamYard. And I set it up a while back because I was going to have a special guest and I needed to have a different kind of software in order to do that. And it really messed me up because I scheduled my live stream, I guess, through YouTube instead of StreamYard. So I go to start my live stream at 9 a.m. and it won't let me, and I don't see it on StreamYard. And so I had to completely start a brand new live stream late, which is not good. So lesson learned. And I apologize if any of you were waiting or you were waiting for that other live stream. Hopefully you're finding me here. Don't mean to be flaky because I do value your time and all that business. So anyways, glad you found me. Okay, so we got a T, an H, an A, and now we're going to go for an N. I sure hope I have put an N in here. And I'm going by the last name if it's an individual artist. Ooh, I have some N's. I actually have 2 N's. Maybe I grabbed 2 and I wasn't sure which one I was going to show. I know I've shown this one to you guys before. This is Gary Newman. And you know, I've talked about Telecon before. It's a really good one. It's from 1980, Baker's Banquet. I love all that fog on the back. It's really cool. So Telecon, yes, Gary Newman. And so that's my N. And oh my gosh, you guys, have you heard about what's going on with Gary Newman? I don't know if you're a fan, but there's all kinds of drama happening. I think it was maybe last week or the week before. I was going through Instagram and I saw that he had posted a picture of his daughter, who I think might be 17 or 18. I think the problem was she's still 17, but she's a musician as well. And it was I think it was a selfie that she took of herself, but it was very kind of racy, you know, and she was doing this thing like that with her mouth and, you know, and he was posting how proud he was of her and how she, you know, was kind of a small girl and now she's grown up to be just a beautiful woman. And all these people just went off on him about it. And it's like, you're pimping out your daughter, you're doing this, you're doing that. And it was just crazy, like to see all these comments. And it probably is still on Instagram. I don't know if it's on Facebook too, but because I'm part of the Gary Newman fan club or Facebook group. So I get all those posts. But man, it was crazy. So I'm reading all these posts and then I had to just stop because it was getting like really kind of toxic, you know? And there were the people in the camp like, oh, Gary Newman's not a pervert. He's not pimping out his daughter, you know? And some people were like, oh, I used to be a fan, but now that I realize you're like that, I'm not. And that's misogynist and all this, people just going back and forth, back and forth. So my quick opinion on it is that it's a free country. I don't think Gary Newman's a pervert. I think that he meant well by it. But I mean, as a woman, I thought it was a little funky that that his daughter was, you know, so promiscuous at 17. But I don't know. I know how I was at 17. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe you can put your opinion about it, but it was pretty interesting topic. I think pretty soon after that, he posted something that was like, gosh, shame on you guys for thinking that about me. And it, you know, he said it could be anything, like it could have been her on a perfume commercial, you know, because everything's all sexualized anyways in society, or, you know, trying to be, I don't know, sexy. He didn't think anything of it. His mind didn't go there, but I guess a lot of other people's minds did. And so he was kind of trying to defend himself. Then he posted another picture of her as a little girl. And he's like, is that better, guys? You know, so I don't know. I guess, you know, you can post whatever you want on the internet. Just, you know, like a lot of people get offended by things very easily. I did a video where I was talking about this album, How to Belly Dance for Your Husband. And I accidentally used the wrong word. I called it misogynist. But what I meant to say was it was a little bit sexist because I didn't see How to Belly Dance for Your Wife, one. And I just kind of let it slip out during my video. And this guy was watching and he went off on me and he's like, why do you have to make it so negative? Why can't it just be cosplay and blah, 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 blah. Well, it's just my opinion. It's a free country. I can say what I want to say on my videos. And if, you know, if he didn't like my video, he didn't have to watch it. So I did correct myself on that and say, it wasn't misogynist. I thought it was a little bit sexist. I used the wrong word, which is really easy to do, especially like if you're on a live stream or you're just doing a video without a script. So anyways, I don't mean to offend anyone, but it's my YouTube channel. It's a platform to talk about, stuff that my opinion. So that's it. Anywho, I do not think all men are misogynists. I love men. I am not a man hater. Just putting it out there. Anybody that knows me knows that. So I'm going to catch up. Hi, Catherine. I'm so glad you're here. I just recently subscribed to your channel, and I really love all your videos that you're doing and all the 80s stuff. I think you're completely awesome, and it's great to see another lady with another YouTube channel. So I'm happy that you subscribed to me, and I'm looking forward to watching some more of your videos. Hey guys, if you haven't seen Catherine, she's awesome. So you should check out her channel. She just put something in the description box. She has a lot of great 80s records, and she talks about concerts she's been to and shows pictures and stuff. So she's super cool. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, the first Hawk Lord 58. This is the first time I've heard about the Gary Newman thing. Yeah, it was pretty. I think it was maybe a post a couple weeks ago, and I can't remember what his daughter's name is. All of his kids have really cool names, but it was one of his. I think a 17-year-old daughter, and she makes music too, and she's kind of does the same kind of similar like dark gothy music that he does, and she's pretty good. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for joining. Yeah, have a great day at work. All right. So that's the whole Gary Newman thing, and that would be my N for Newman, and I actually picked 2 N's, so why not just show you the other one while we're at it. A lot of these are repeats. I know I've shown these to you guys. This is 999 High Energy Plan. And I really like 999. This one has Homicide on it, which is such a cool song. Oh, but I think a while back I did a live stream and I talked about this. But look at how cool these guys are. Look at them. They've got such great style. I really like this type of look here. And this entire album's really great. This guy has green neon socks, I think, under those boots. And he's rocking those red pants. I'm going to get my glasses on because I want to learn a little bit more about them. So this has Homicide, and Rael Rian is a really good song. And Subterfuge is a really good one. High Energy Plan's really good. Feeling All Right at the Cruise really good. Action's good. This whole entire album's good, and I keep saying that every time I talk about it. But let's see who's in this band. There is Pablo, John, Guy, and Nick. And this guy, Nick Cash, he looks like I've seen him before in another band. I could be wrong. Do you guys know anything about 999? This is from 1978. And it's Gem Records, South Plainfield, New Jersey. I don't know where they're from. Does anyone know? For some reason, I wasn't thinking they were an American band, but they could be. Not sure why I don't know much about them. I've got to do some research. So we had, let's see, we had two N's. Now we're doing a K. Those are the only 2 members. Okay, so Stephen Schnee knows everything about music. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Nick and Guy are the only 2 original members still in the band. Pablo left just a few years ago. Great original UK punk. So they are UK. It's just the album it said it was from New Jersey, the label. So I was a little bit thrown off, but I was thinking, I know they're a UK band. Let's see here. Well, Hawk Lord, you got to check out 999, and I think I would start with their big hit Homicide. It's a really cool song. So the first time I heard that song was on KROQ. It was a station in LA that played really great music in the 70s and 80s. And, still like they may not be around anymore, but they have been known as kind of like an alternative station for a long time. And when I was a kid, like I would, tape songs off off my little tape deck or whatever and make my playlist that way. And then I had quite a collection of those mixed tapes off the radio. And you get really good at editing once you get one of those cassette players that's got the double cassette deck. So my goal, I think I don't have a cassette player anymore. Probably like I had a garage sale in 2012 and sold. I had these nice Techniques CD player, six disc CD changer, double cassette player, nice receiver, and I sold it for like nothing. And I really kicked myself because I can't believe I did that, because now I don't have a tape player, but I don't have any cassettes except for a few I've saved from that are just kind of nostalgic. So going a little bit off topic, because I think we do have an hour here. There used to be a machine at the Music Plus, and I used to go in there, and you could go and you could pick songs on it like a jukebox, and it would make you a mixtape. It was like a little vending machine, and you come back in like an hour or something, or I remember maybe a couple hours, and it would have this customized mixtape for you. And it was the most awesome thing. And I can't remember what it was called, but for some reason, when I was talking about mixtapes, it just made me remember that. And at the time, there was no internet, and I just thought it was the coolest thing that I had this big catalog of all these bands I heard on the radio. And I probably had the song taped off the radio, but, it got cut off early, or it had the radio message in it, or it just, the DJ was talking over the song, so I was able to get this big catalog of stuff and just customize it. And yeah. So, okay. So let's go back here. Hawklord, I'll try and add it to my playlist. I do a music show on YouTube. I'm not sure if I'm subscribed to you, but I will. If I'm not, I'll go and subscribe. And so I'll check it out. So thanks to letting me know. Let's see here. So Catherine's out. She has to go to work. The original Mr. Big. Interesting. Yeah, I don't really know much about Mr. Big, or it's like the original Mr. Big. Sometimes it's too hard to read these while I'm trying to do the live stream, and I don't want to be sitting here staring at it while you're trying to Facebook. Okay, that's fine. Because other people probably don't know what the heck I'm talking about. Okay, so let's move on to K. We've done THANK. Let's see. Do I have a K? I sure hope I do. If not, I'm going to have to go look through and find a K really quick. Oh, I do. Okay. I'm not going to let you down, guys. I don't really know anything about this band except for the album looks super cool. And this band's called the Kingpins. And so if I were going to alphabetize my record collection, I would start it with the K for Kingpins. And these dudes look like rockabilly dudes. Pretty sure I've shown this before on a live stream, but yeah, they got that cool backdrop, all the graffiti. Someone did a star in black spray paint. And let's see here. Mr. Steven, do you know anything about this band? They are a Bay Area band, San Jose. And I spent many years in San Jose, living in San Jose and working there. And I really hold a special place in my heart for San Jose. I used to live in San Francisco, but I don't know. San Francisco is kind of not a really great place to live. It's okay to visit, but then, if you can leave, it's a good thing. It's It's going to be quite a mess over there. And it's a hard place to live. That's for sure, especially if you don't have a car. So the Kingpin's crew is a three-piece band here, or a three-piece crew here. They got a sound engineer, a stage tech, and merchandise. They put their merchandise person on here. That's pretty cool of them. And let's see the band. Let's find out about the band here. So we've got Rob on Fender bass and stand-up bass. There's Rob. Craig Ramsey on drums and percussion. Rags Tuttle, that's a name for you. Good old Rags on piano. I wonder if he knows the ragtime. Okay, so and then Kevin Wright on guitars and vocals, and Mike, and I'm not going to butcher that last name, on saxophone. He's a sexy sax player, and he looks like he can play some saxophone there. And okay, so this is the band here. And so my guess is that they're like American rock and roll, rockabilly-ish type music. Super cool. Okay, we got our K. And I can spell, guys. Woo! Okay, so now we got to do an S. Well, hello. I don't have hi, Super Mario Brothers 3. Do you have Fast Times at Ridgemont High 30th Anniversary Ultimate Edition promo? My gosh, I wish I did. I would love to have that in my life. It would be like the best ever. So maybe I should put that on my list because I really love that movie. I think that movie is great. Yeah, that sounds like a really good comp. I know the soundtrack's amazing, but that's one soundtrack I don't have, and I do need it. You don't know about Kingpins either. I got a lot of rare stuff. And some of it, I think maybe I might have given it a couple listens 2 years ago and never did again. That doesn't mean it's not good. I just have a lot of stuff. So it was released in 2012. I bet it was. Well, the thing about it, Super Mario Brothers 3, if you want to give me your real name, doesn't mean I'm going to remember it because I'm horrible with names, but I don't know if that's what you want to be called or not. But I don't really buy new records. I have bought some, but I collected most of my records quite a bit of time ago, and I just kind of held them for a while. And so kind of like got into the resurgence of vinyl, and then started really getting into it, did the YouTube channel and all that, but I don't really buy a lot of new stuff. But that's definitely one, like if I saw that soundtrack out there and it was a good price, I would pick it up. But I don't really have like what I would call an active wish list. I have things in the back of my mind that I'd like to have, but yeah. So let's see. That would be a great soundtrack. When I hear some of those songs from the Fast Times movie, I kind of sometimes will think when I'm listening to the song, like if it's on the radio, I'll see the scene from the movie when I'm listening to the song. I don't know if that happens to you, but I think that'd be kind of like a normal thing to do. I don't know if you're the king of obscure music, Hawklord 58. I'll have to check out your videos. But I believe you. I don't claim to know everything. I don't know. I'm just a girl living in this world. I have a lot of obscure stuff, though, and I do like obscure stuff. All right. This is not obscure, this next one. So we did what was the last one we did? We did the Kingpins. Okay. So we got our K. Now we're going to do an S. S. I love these guys. This is Green Thoughts by the Smithereens. This is not obscure, but they're great American rock and roll, and I think they make the world a better place. I wish I had every single one of their albums. They're super cool. I think they lost one of their members a while back, which is kind of sad because they're not, they're kind of not very old guys. They're younger guys. I think they might have lost their singer. Yeah. But this one has Pat. Only a Memory. I don't want to spread rumors on the internet, so I don't claim to be providing any breaking news here. Only a Memory is on here. House We Used to Live In. I really love that. Especially for you. Drown in My Own Tears. Oh, that's so good. And Green Thoughts, If the Sun Doesn't Shine. They have so many great classic hits, and all their and B-sides are also good. There's just something about them I really relate to. This is a 1980 Enigma release. And they're just super cool. I just feel cool when I listen to them. I don't know. Just, they're kind of my jam, I guess. But I really do like the Smithereens. And so now we've got an S. Yeah, it is a masterpiece. It is very cool. I have a lot of Smithereens on CD. I have like their greatest hits, and I have a lot of their other releases too. I have a couple of their songs on vinyl, but yeah, and it's kind of a neat cover too. Like there's stuff hidden in there. It's kind of hard to show you with this glare, but like you can see that little outline of that person right there. It's an interesting album. Cool guys. I think I'd mentioned maybe on one of my other live streams that during the pandemic, they went out like one of their houses and did like a performance out in the yard for their neighbors. And then they live streamed it on Facebook, and it was the coolest thing ever. Yeah, it was awesome. Okay, so we got an S, and that was Smithereens. And now we're going to do a G. Let's see if we can find a G. Okay, we have a G. Nick Galder, City Nights. This one has Hot Child in the City, and I love that song. And yes, it's sung by a man. He is a man. And I always thought it was a woman, you know. I thought, you know, his voice kind of sounds a little bit like Cherry Vanilla, a little bit. And so I thought maybe he was just the singer was just a lady with kind of a raspy rock and roll voice, you know, but no. And wow, I really like their look. They've got that new wave look, Chrysalis, 1978. You know, I think like the style of 1978, like that was that 999 album I was showing you. Those guys had great style. This is a little bit of a different style, but it's the same year. But man, these guys knew how to dress. And look at those slacks. Those are hot. I like that. It's pretty cool. And of course, you know, you got that's not really a skinny tie, but it's arranged in a way that's very, you know, new wave looking, the way he's put his tie on. Very unconventional. So yeah, I can't really tell you too many other songs on this album. I should go and listen to it. And I bet it, I know there's Hot Child in the City, but this was also, you know, produced by Mike Chapman. He's produced a lot of albums in the late 70s and early 80s. And this was recorded at the Larrabee Sound Studio in Los Angeles. And yes, indeed. Those are my old stomping grounds. I am from Southern California originally. So we got our G. And let's see. Pat died a few years back. Oh yeah, Marshall Crenshaw. Okay, so yeah, I did see Marshall Crenshaw sing or as the lineup singer for the Smithereens, and he was going to be playing at a place called the Canyon Club, which is in Southern California. And I really wanted to go see that show because I like Marshall Crenshaw too, but I didn't get around to seeing that show. So we're learning that Nick is Gilder. I don't have my glasses on. Please correct my pronunciation. I'm so horrible with that. Causes me some anxiety sometimes. He's Canadian. Very cool. Okay, well, I'll listen to the entire album and I'll give it a chance. Are you in Southern California, Stephen? So, Stephen, you must be a radio DJ or something. Gilder. Okay, thank you, Stephen. So yeah, I really enjoy your videos, Stephen Schnee, and you've got such a great personality and you're so talented. And I'm like, you must have been a radio DJ or still a radio DJ or something like that. No, you're not a DJ, just a nerd. Yeah. I would love to be a radio DJ. I've dabbled in it on a local nonprofit radio station before, and it's not as easy as you'd think. It's all about timing and stuff. But I do DJ out live. I would call myself like an amateur. I've done about 100 gigs. I get paid for them. Some of them I've done for free or volunteered, but I wouldn't call myself, a major performer or anything. It's just a fun hobby that I do, and I really enjoy that. Okay, so if you're not a DJ, Steven, you should be. I do. Oh, I'll have to check out your Mixcloud. I do, Steven. So I do have a Mixcloud. I have shows on Mixcloud that I do. So I do have a Mixcloud. I think it's like in my description for my links, but I have done shows, and I also, like, during the pandemic, I did this funky thing where I called it my lounge hour, and I would basically, because I at the time, like, I was doing a lot of gigs before the pandemic, and then I kind of like the business stopped, and I really missed DJing. So at the time I had a really big music room. I set up my turntables and a microphone, and I would go on Facebook and live stream, and I called it my lounge hour, and I'd play like yacht rock and fun 70s music. And the problem with that, copyright issues. So they're still on there, but you can't hear the music. But while it was going live, people could hear it, and it was really fun. And I do like trivia and things like that. And I wish I could actually do that on YouTube. But yeah, I don't want to get copyright strikes and have them pull my channel down. So awesome. Okay. I'm very talkative today. I'm drinking a lot of coffee. It's 9:42. So let's get through this. I think I might go over a little bit of my hour just because I was late and I was very naughty, but that is because I guess I'm just not tech savvy enough when it comes to live streaming. And I think I had mentioned that I tried to do StreamYard, and it worked out last time, but this time it didn't work out. I scheduled my live stream on YouTube, and then it went funky. I couldn't locate my original scheduled one, so I had to restart it over again, and I was sweating, but we got on and I made it. So okay, G. Do I have a G in the house? Oh no, I've got to have a G. I don't think I have a G. I might have it. Hold on for 1 sec. I'm going to go grab a G. Let's see. All right. I got a G. Goonies. So this is a soundtrack. This isn't like the best soundtrack, but I like it because I really love the movie Goonies. And this has Goonies Are Good Enough, Cyndi Lauper. And it's got Love is Alive by Philip Bailey. And let's see. Theme from the Goonies, Dave Gresham. What a Thrill, Luther Vandross, She's So Good to Me. Wherever You're Going, It's All Right by REO Speedwagon. And of course, the song I Got Nothing by the Bangles. I really love the Bangles. And I love Cyndi Lauper too. I love this movie. This is great. I think the Bangles too are just so cool. And 14K by Tina Marie. I love Tina Marie. She's so cool. She's so great. And rest in peace. The Goonies theme is so cool. Yeah, so there we go. There's my G. I did it. I got a G. Okay. So Now we're going for an I. We've gotten through thanks, and now we're on to giving. So we got a G, and now we're going to do an I, and this is Donnie Iris, Back on the Street. This guy is kind of nerdy, but he's kind of cute, too. I don't know about him in his underwear, but he looks good in that yellow suit. And Carousel Records. And no offense, it's a compliment. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just being silly. 1980, there's a rainbow, right, highlighting that ring wear. And I like the ring wear. I'm starting to become a fan. Because you know what? Life's not perfect, and your records don't have to be either. And that isn't the what I live by. So, anywho, yeah, I bet you do, Stephen. I had a feeling I've maybe seen him on your channel or something, but I heard the song Aaliyah, and I really love that song. It's so good. I could listen to that song over and over again. I'm going to go ahead and give this album a whole another listen, and a good thorough listen, which means over and over again. And then I'll come back and do a commentary on it. But look at how cool the back is. It's got his patent leather shoes on the back, that beautiful guitar there, and his glasses. Wonder what happened to him. So he's rocking out on the cover, and all of a sudden he's gone. Did he get kidnapped? Did he get abducted by aliens? Did he fall into the rainbow? What happened to him? I'm just curious. Maybe the clues are on the songs on the record, and I haven't listened to the record enough to know why he's disappeared on the back. He's got a cigarette in his mouth right there, so he's multi-talented. He can play guitar and dance and smoke a cigarette. And yes, 1980. This song, it has I Can't Hear You Joking, Shock Treatment, Back on the Streets, Agnes, You're Only Dreaming, She's So Wild, Daddy Don't Live Here Anymore, and Too Young to Love. So there's my eye. Getting through this. And so now some coffee. So before I move on, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Is anyone doing anything? Is anyone cooking? I had said in the beginning of the live stream that I'm going to be cooking a turkey. And it's in the freezer. I'm going to have to take it out and defrost it. Hopefully I don't forget to do that, or I'm not going to be having a turkey. But do you compute? Do you know that one? I don't know that one. So, okay, let's see. So I got an I. Now we're going to go with a V. This is an old crusty copy, but it sounds fantastic. And I play this one when I'm doing my DJ gigs out a lot, especially when I do rock music gigs, or if I'm playing like punk gigs, which I do sometimes. And this is the Ventures Go. And it's like 60s kind of surf music, but it complements punk music and rock music perfectly. This has some really good covers on it. Well, a lot of covers. I think it's probably all covers. California Dreamin's on here. Good Lovin'. Green Grass is on here. And I think I've mentioned before, these boots are made for walking is on here. And it's a really cool cover and stops people in their tracks. They really like it. I've noticed when I play that. And so this is an old copy, not too hard to find, but I don't really need to replace it. I like it. Smells old and musty, and I kind of like that. And so someone else liked it too. There's lots of check marks here of songs they played. So in my opinion, this album still plays well. I'm going to keep it. There's an I, a V, and ooh, do I have another I? Oh, I do have another I. All right. In Excess Kick. This is probably like the whole album's just delicious. I love this album. 1987. And I don't know what else to say about this. I mean, this is really cool. Skateboard's cool. Those shiny patent leather boots are cool. Oh my gosh, look at those boots. These guys are awesome. Guns in the Sky, New Sensation, Devil Inside, Need You Tonight, Meditate. That was such a cool video. Wildlife is a good one. Never Tear Us Apart, Mystify, Kick, Calling All Nations, Tiny Daggers. I think there's maybe a couple songs that aren't my favorites on here, but I still love them. And this album is just a winner, and they're so cool. So there's my second eye. And yeah, Michael Hutchinson did die tragically in a bizarre way. I think they said that he had strangled himself, or he was strangled, and there was rumors, I guess, that Bob Geldof arranged to kill him or something, and then there was rumors that he was like doing some weird sex act with strangulation, I think. These are just things I've heard. I don't know. They're not necessarily facts, but yeah. And then also too, he was involved with Bob Geldof's ex-wife, and they had a kid together, and then she ended up dying. Just, yeah, a whole tragic story. But interesting stuff there. The exciting life of a rock star. Okay, so we are at 9:51 and we have 2 left. We are on to another N. Okay, so this is a really interesting one. This is a comp. And so this is called Now and Then, and that's for my N, Now and Then. And I know it's a little bit hard to see this because of the glare, but I wanted you to be able to see well and clearly, because my place tends to be a little bit dark, but it's morning, so we should be good. So this is, let's see, this was, I keep hearing about this Blank Tape Studios and all these albums, but this is recorded and mixed at Blank Tape Studios, New York. And this has, gosh, something's weird about this, or I'm wrong about what's going on with this. Now and Then, special melody mix introducing The Leaves. Okay, and so I am just so confused about what's going on with this. And this might be, this is a whole big mystery to me. We're trying to like we're trying to solve this mystery here. Let's do it. Inspired by Bits and Pieces 3. It's got Stars on 45, Boogie Nights, video Killed the Radio Star, intro to Venus. Do you want to know a secret? We can work it out. So it might be, they might be a cover band. I don't have no idea, but this is like something for another day. And I believe the band is called The Leaves. And so that would not be an N for the band Now and Then. I would have to find you guys another N. So that is really funky. Yeah, I think, let's see here. You're right. I'm right. It's The Leaves. Okay, so this is not an N. This band is called The Leaves, Now and Then. And I think they're a cover band. So I blew it on the N, but never fear. I've got an N somewhere in here. Okay, so let's see if we can find an N and a G. Hold up. Okay. Well, I know I've got some Go-Go's, but I found this really quickly. I just grabbed my first G I could find, and this is Go West. And this is still in its shrink back from, I don't know, 1985. And I remember when I heard that song, We Close Our Eyes, the song We Close Our Eyes. I really, really, really love it. Did I already have 2 Gs? I did. Okay, thank you. I must have been thrown off. Okay. Glad you're keeping track, Stephen. Thank you. So we have a Go West here, and this song on here was We Close Our Eyes, and this has the Total Overhang Club Mix. Instead of the Total Hangover Club Mix, it's the Overhang Club Mix, and then the album version. And this is from the album and cassette Go West. And what's cool about this is it says illustrations by Nick Hardcastle, and I'm pretty sure he's got some cool solo stuff that I might have an album of, but you can see the little wooden guys on there. I'm not sure what those are. I think they're kind of like some kind of folk art, and there's a certain name for what those little wooden guys are, and I'm not sure the significance of them on this album. Maybe I'm missing something, but they're looking pretty cool on this album. They got some good hair, and so yes, there we go. There's my G. And I had to have 2 Gs because there's 2 Gs in Thanksgiving. Okay, so we're going to recap. We're going to go from the very beginning, and I'm going to just list these off real quick here. And if I have not spelled Thanksgiving correctly, well, let's just be thankful we got this far, and we'll call it good, okay? Okay, so we've got the Club Mix, Tones on Tail, Lion and Go. We've got Heart, Bad Animals. We've got Altered Images, Pinky Blue. We've got Gary Newman, Telecon. And we got a 2 for 2 ends. We got 999 High Energy Plan, just because. The Kingpins for RK. The Smithereens for our S. And Nick Galder, you told me how to spell it. I still can't remember or pronounce it. And then we got the Goonies soundtrack. Donnie Iris. The Ventures Go. In Excess Kick. And Go West, We Close Our Eyes. And that's it. So those are my albums. No particular significance to any of those. Just thought it would be fun to come live and talk about records. And so, yes, I think that's all the records I'm going to show for today. And I'm going to probably I have a CD video I'm going to film in just a little bit. I tried to do it on a live stream, but it was just really dark and it didn't turn out very well. So I'm going to redo it, and I'm going to do it in this nice, beautiful, bright light that I have here. And then I'm going to do another record purge, I think, too, this weekend. Weekends are always when I try and get it done because I'm working full time during the week. But thank you guys. It was so nice to have a new group of people today, and I really appreciate you you joining and finding me. So Hawklord 58, I'm going to go check out your channel. Steven, I have all kinds of your videos added to my watch later. So I got to catch up. And I hope you guys, if I don't have another live stream and I'm not talking to before that, you all have a really great Thanksgiving, no matter what you're going to do. And I know I'll be listening to some music during my time off. Maybe I can listen to that Donnie Iris album and figure out what's going on with that crazy back side of that cover. But anyway, anybody else here want to share any facts or tell me what they're doing for Thanksgiving. And how many of you watching have YouTube channels? Because I try to subscribe to all your channels. Yeah, you could do that, Stephen. I'd like to do a live stream with you. I just need to kind of figure out how to get this StreamYard. There's got to be a better like live streaming software. I've been kind of looking around. I mean, I might be too cheap to pay for like a paid one. But I think it would be fun to get on with some other people. I want to see, maybe I could get some other lady YouTubers on too and do a live stream. But yeah, I'd like to do a live stream with you. That'd be fun. Or we could get like a round table going on. Because I've got a lot of stuff, but I mean, there's some of it I don't really have like the knowledge that you do. For example, Stephen, like you're like an encyclopedia. And I used to maybe be better at remembering names and dates and things, but you know, I'm almost 50 now and my brain is just deteriorating. So maybe I need to take some more vitamins or something. But anyway, you're doing DJ stuff on Facebook, thousands of songs on. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I wish there was a way to get around this copyright thing, because I would love to get on a Friday night and with my turntables and play music and do, you know, shows, and that'd be really fun, I think, to do. But it's just the copyright thing. And so every time I kind of come up with an idea to do something on YouTube, I'm like, shoot, I can't play that because I'll get a copyright strike. Yeah, that would be good to know, because I'm curious about how you get around that. I think you might be able to put it on, but you can't monetize it. But it's like, you know, this is kind of doing these YouTube videos about music is kind of a niche, and it's not like we're all going to be having 1 million subscribers and making a bunch of money anyways. So I think a lot of us do it just, you know, to spread the word about music and talk about music. Hey, Mark, how's it going? Happy Sunday. Are you having brunch with Lily today? I'm curious. Or is that your friend? Is that her name, Lily? Usually you're not on because you're out having breakfast. I was asking what everybody's doing for Thanksgiving. What are you doing for Thanksgiving, Mark? Oh yeah, you just got Lily. Good. Well, would you eat? Did you have pancakes and eggs, or what do you have for brunch? My favorite is to go to brunch buffets. I really like that. I like all the variety because I like to sample everything. So you feature a lot of music and you can't monetize. Right. I see. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you, Stephen. So Stephen was talking about like how you get around playing music. You can't monetize it if you play it. But you can, I guess, I think you can monetize the videos that you have where you're not playing the music. Pancakes and eggs. Oh yeah. I like the buffet. I'm a big fan of the buffet. That's for sure. Sometimes when I'm trying to pick breakfast, I'm like, it's a really hard choice. It's like, do I get the eggs and toast, or do I get the pancakes, or do I get the waffle? And so it's like with the buffet, you can just be a pig and you can have a little bit of everything. And yeah, it's great. Awesome. I'm making you hungry. Yes. Breakfast buffets are the bomb. Yes, I agree. You know, I live in California, but I hear there's a lot of buffets in Nevada and Las Vegas, but then you have to go and smell that stinky cigarette smoke before you get to the buffet. So that's kind of a turnoff. But I live in kind of a progressive area of California. So I guess we're too health conscious and progressive to have buffets here, but I know they're around somewhere. Maybe if I go south towards LA, I could get closer to a buffet. But yeah, the only buffet we have here, I think, is like maybe a Chinese buffet and an Indian buffet, but all buffets are good. And so, yes, indeed. So I guess I'm gonna sign out now. I'm gonna make some more videos, and I'm gonna try and get watching your videos too. And thank you for joining my stream today. You guys are all awesome, and I'm really loving having. Oh, Bakersfield, you're not too far from me, Hawk Lord. I'm on the Central Coast, so I'm over by San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara area. But yeah, anyways, I'm really enjoying this whole community of people. And sometimes when you get older, it's not as easy to make friends, especially friends that are into the same kind of stuff that you are with music and geeking out on records and spending your time talking about that kind of stuff. So it's really fun. And that's one thing I'm grateful for besides my beautiful family. I'm grateful for music and all my YouTube friends. And so yeah, I just wanted to sign off with that thought and let you know that yeah, I'm happy and grateful for all the amazing, cool people out there in the world, and all the like-minded people. And yeah, just wanted to let everybody know that. So hope you guys all have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys soon. You all take care. All right. Bye, guys.